Jabinumelo Kedwa. Good man for the president.
Kopango Ruakme Alebtong.
It's you who are all Alebtong. They're okay, Your Excellency.
The second vice chairperson of the NRM and Speaker of Parliament.
Chairperson, can Speaker of Parliament, may Uganda.
Vice Chairperson Northern for NRM.
Alebtong, won't come NRM Pitumar, may Uganda.
Vice Chairperson for NRM Western.
Alebtong, NRM to work cheng, may Uganda.
The Secretary General of the NRM.
Hotelame NRM American.
All the other members of SEC.
Hotelame Central Executive Committee NRM.
All the other leaders.
Luak Dojo Amechuago NRM.
And Ruak Duchu of Northern Uganda.
Luak Metumar Uganda Dojo.
My message to you is already in the manifesto.
Manifesto.
But the message of NRM goes back almost 65 years.
From
the 1960s, 1960. By that time, we were in the student movement. And we were in the old parties, UPC, DP, Kawakayeka.
UPC, DP,
Kawakayeka. Oh, Kawaka Keken, yes, that's Kawakayeka. Now, we saw the problems of Uganda. And that's how we started designing solutions. So you can say that in the last 65 years, NRM with Uganda and Africa, our efforts have got a boom-wen point. Our chair is liberation. NRA, what became NRA eventually, we have got a constant position. We support the right, oppose the wrong. When Mengo was pressurizing for federal to divide Uganda and tribes, we didn't support it. Then we did not agree with when UPC supported federal that time. And they made alliance with Kabaka Yeka. That eventually caused all the problems we had in 1966. The problems we had in 1966. These elders know those. Then, when Amin came, we opposed him. I was the first person to oppose Idi Amin in Uganda. Other than Obote, who was the president. Then we wanted unity. Wanted the unity of Ugandans. And that's why we didn't agree with the DP and UPC dividing UNLF 1979-80. And the consequence of those divisions, you know them. How many people died, soldiers who were killed, the soldiers, Acholi soldiers who were killed by Amin, the Western Islanders who died, you know the elders here know the story. So, but eventually NRM took charge. And since that time, you have never had those problems of this tribe massacring the other tribe in the army. We have never had those problems. Even the people who are not with us, we bring them peacefully to our side. So this is point number one. Liberation of Uganda eventually. Then the second point was unity. We don't believe in division of tribes. Or religion. Or looking down upon women. Or looking down upon the youth. That's why you hear we try to bring up everybody, because everybody is valuable. How many women were in parliament in 1962? I think there were only 3. And yet women are 50% of the population of the country. So, that's the second point. Unity. The third one is what you are talking about here. Kuch. We work for peace. And we are able to achieve it. Because we have got a disciplined, professional army. And the army is built professionally. We don't look at tribes in the army or religion. We look at, are you a good soldier or not? That's why when we are recruiting, we recruit from every district. Every district has a quota. That's how we have peace now. Then the fourth one is Donglobo.
Don lobo.
development.
Adu mer ni kop me don lobo.
This one concerns things which everybody uses,
Man gudu jam ya me jodu juti yukere.
like the roads,
Bala yo.
electricity,
Mach.
pipe to water,
Pi metap.
telephones.
Chim agwa.
That is what we call all that economic infrastructure.
Mondo me jam me okwano ni loyo dong tia binu.
But we have also got social infrastructure,
Didok jam yukere me gudu dana chela chel.
such as the schools,
Bala chukul.
the health centers.
Daga tale.
And we have done, we didn't have money
Uno chente pe.
because the economy had collapsed.
Pieno nuo gubo chente me Uganda dog ping.
And later on I will show you where money comes from.
Ano nok tutwale me yuwenge yukana chente dong tia bini ye.
But on the roads,
Akwako yo.
we started from the very beginning.
Ochako iyo me kinpajo yogera.
When we came into the government, even when we did not have enough money at that time,
Uno chente tera tirpe.
we worked on the road from Tororo, Mbare, Soroti, Dokolo, Lira, Kamudin.
Ochako tiji yo yai tororo. Ame yawu gola me Kenya. Te binu mbale. Te binu soroti. Te binu lira. Te karo. Naka gulu ja te karo Sudan.
Sections of that road had been made tarmac, but they had deteriorated, so we had to do them again a number of times. But also the section from Soroti to Lira was Maram.
Eno ko ni karaginu tiyu yo naja. Uno yo ame yai isoroti binu lira. Uno pot pe upu. Lami ye.
Then now we have just almost finished the road from Ruenkunyu, Apache, Masinipot, Apache, Lira, Obur, Puranga.
Amanda ko medu yo ame peli mas in the pot te binu pach te binu lira. Te be ogur. Te karo. Naka Puranga.
Then now we are also working on the road from Bobi to Loro.
Amanda ko tiji yo yai bobi te wo loro.
And we shall work on the road from Lira to Aloy, to Apara, to here, to Abim.
Doko tiji yo yai lira, aloy, apala, nakabim.
But there's a road which other people don't know, but which I know myself.
Ti yo jo pol pengeme nge ku komena duong president.
These Camparians don't know that road.
Jo ni me Kampala ni penge yo eni.
The road from Soroti to Amuria, to Obaranga, to Achanpi. Achanpi must be somewhere.
Yo ya muria,
To Achanpi all the way to
balanga
Otuke
chanpi,
and Abim.
te doko ro kabim.
That road we shall add it to the list.
Ni umeto koi kom yo ado nene ne kobono.
So then somebody may say, these Kampala people don't know that road.
E jo ni me Kampala ni penge yo no atwale to ene ngeo.
But me Jalum, because I'm a Jalum.
Ni ne be dana mo be ilum karalaj mi ngeo yo eno doju.
I'm always there fighting coin, so I know the road.
Ene be ilum karade lwenye kom kon so ngeo yo eno doju.
We have already done the roads to Karamoja on the other side.
Ni yo waru Karamoja tungu kene ta dongo yeko ko.
From Soroti to Katakwi to Moroto,
Yo yai isorote tebe okata kuite won Moroto.
from Mbare to Muyembe to Nakapiripirit to
Yo yai
Moroto.
mbale te won nakapiripirit.
Those are already done.
Monodo utiyeko ko.
So some people didn't know. They were saying, oh, we have already done the road, and we are going to do the road from Moroto to Kotido to Kabong.
Amando dong yeko yo yai Moroto te wot kotidu te wot kabong.
So some people were saying, when I talked about it, they said, this we have already done to Karamoja. I said, no. You have done one side of Karamoja. There is a side you don't know.
Nigin kai ko ni utiu yo kwa de kwana jo ko ni ti tudungu kene me Karamoja. Amegin pot petiu ya men pengeo.
So we did these roads with very little money, when we had little money.
Gini ti yoni kana me chene tiati tidi tutwal. Ameri rida.
But you must have heard that the NRM discovered your oil, which the British had failed to discover.
And un meri winya ni moro. Ni NRM unumo loyo metaping ame obedo mo.
The British were here, they looked for the oil from 1920s up to 1956, they gave up.
Uko ni munyo lo Uganda obedo kane to wangi pe oneno Germany dujo edo government me NRM obedo no babu chingi po government me NRM.
And they wrote a report which in 1956, the oil was there, but it disappeared because of the volcanoes in Goma, in Congo.
Eno ko ni tugari mo go metaping ikom jam ya beri telobo binu miyo karameo nero ni mo tie jode ko bi mo dog ruenyo ko.
But when we come, we discovered it.
Endo ajo choke gendong kwede nuo ni mo tie.
And we are now laying the pipeline
Amani do ichano paipo ko kana mkita mo mirwot kede.
to pump it out of the ground.
Me kwa nyi telobo.
Let them show you that oil, if they have on the picture here.
Eno kwa ni umuti wa wan luak me Alebtong kita me do kopa kwa ko ko mo tie wot kede. Itwero neno isi nema chokedi.
There you are. That's the one.
Eno ko ni eno.
Those are one of the compounds.
Monu dog pura chela ken.
Show us the rig near the lake. They will show us when they get it. They will show us when they get it.
Eno ko ni moro ti dog pulo kana abera mi runguti wede jangutu kadongo nuo.
When our oil comes out,
Kama wakati wako
if you have elected me,
kai bolo kuir what President Museveni
I will not allow. There you are.
eno ko ni enene ko comment chala nene ni wuni nen.
Those are the rigs. Those are the rigs, the ones digging the wells down there. So the oil is about to start flowing.
Mo choki jako moldo Uganda.
Now, once it starts flowing, we shall be getting an extra $2 or so billion per year, additional to whatever we have been getting now. And if you would have elected me, I will not allow it to be used to import whiskey, to import perfumes. It will only be used for the roads, the railway, the electricity.
Eno ko ni ka woni mi kwi ra do do lo tene me ene ko mo me do nyu borwa nuju eti kere me ni yo e wa be da becho ma ju rom ka nor do chu pe do nga kelo jabi mo kan bo.
And some of the school systems.
Kere me ko nyu ko me ponyer wa.
So therefore,
kere manu do chu
in the past we were struggling to modernize these roads using very little money, and you have seen what we did.
No kini rida chene mo gamo ti ukere megero yoe.
So if somebody says, these are Goba, they will not do the road from Lira to Aloy to Abim. You ask them, but they did the one from Soroti to Lira. If they did it, why can they not do this one?
Kaginu kopi woni kamen me ena rema kopu goba. Undo e penjini ngomi ugino yego ena yai Soroti te wona kamoro cha. Kede manna dong yai Lira kana Abim kana chijera chegani ngoge ngoge gaero.
And they did the one from Renkunyu to Apache to Lira to Pranga. Now it's almost getting to Kitgum.
Kedemana de wanu muliching wa komo ya Apache kante binu Lira te wori yo Kitgumi.
So that is the second, point number 4. Now that is economic infrastructure.
Ame no be jam bala yo ke jam kenen kwana.
You can translate it as foundation for the economy.
Mono be do foundation yo guri. Melo yo melo morning.
When you come to electricity,
Kade bini ko pa kwa match.
did Alebtong have electricity before NRM?
Ni na kan ka mena re no pe lo no match Alebtong ni ka mu na ene winyo. It was not there, Your Excellency.
Yes. Even Kitgum did not have electricity.
Ni na Kitgum da no match pe.
Even Moroto,
Na Moroto da no match pe.
Moroto, Kabong, even Kabari, towns like Kabari. And
District sa eno kwana no duju no match pe ye.
in Tungamo,
Ntungamo kicha.
they didn't have electricity.
Mono to ping me Uganda tungcha.
But you can see it now.
Endi twerne no match dong ko mi wai kana Alebtong. Na wai da cho be yung wa wan le no cha babu chiwi po ka me na re.
The telephones.
Chim.
When NRM came into government,
Kala ena re mo bini loj.
we had 23,000 telephone lines.
Uno chime ka di tutu mi apier yo we dek ke keni Uganda loro.
We now have 28 million telephones, I think.
Eni ro chime Uganda chawa ni 2 million pier yo ya boro.
So the schools,
Chukule.
I was looking here at the schools.
Edie lo pa por America ngi yo ko pa kwa chukul.
Alebtong alone has got 76 government primary schools.
Alebtong a chalo district chukule pier biru ya bichel amo ber ma government.
And 100,000 plus pupils.
Kero tina no mala ka chel kinoro.
Then the private schools are many, 198.
Chukul ame chungi wigi ken ge pol.
122.
Timia chel pier yo wer yo.
Then the parishes with the government primary schools are 42. The parishes with the government primary schools are 42.
Parish ame ka chukula government ye pier ngwena yo.
The ones without are 27.
Mena me chukul pe ye pier yo abiro.
So that is the challenge.
Mano pero gina me petika kala.
The secondary schools, government ones are 7. The secondary schools are 7.
Chukula government me sini atia biro.
The sub-counties without secondary schools are also 7.
Gomole ame chukul sini apeye odong no tia biro.
So that is our challenge now.
Mano pero dok jamo kene ame to teach.
But I was telling people yesterday in Dokolo,
Awore no iti ko bijwak me dongolo.
in 1961 when I went to Tuntare,
Imwa atul miya chel miya bongo en pier bichel we chel amene woro ichukulu lwani ntare titumbarara.
there were many boys from Mulango.
Nutia wo polo ya ila kane.
Where were they coming to Tuntare?
Ngomiyo gi nutia ya ila kane te wo naga.
Because in the whole of Acholi, the whole of Lango, the whole of Teso even, there was not a single, not only A level, but even some of the O level, no level, O level.
Uko ni chagere ya choli te bini la te wo retashu no chukul chini ya morope. Akar mere wo chukul amenu jo kwani ye na sini ya bichel.
The only O level school in this zone was Samuel Becker, which was S4.
Chukul amenu tu ni sini ya ngwen itutungi no berisa Samuel Becker metie.
And then Teso College Aloyet, which was also S4.
Kele Teso College ameti sorote.
Oh, no A-level school.
Chukul amenu tinu wori ye haya no pe.
That's why the boys were coming to Chisubi, Ntare, Budo, because they are the only ones which had.
Eno mi tinu wa no ya ila kan te wo Budo te wo Ntare kele chukulo kaneni wi kwanu nyecha.
And the girls were going to Namagunga, Dabingo, and Gayaza.
Anyira no te wo Namagunga, Dabingo kele Gayaza. Chukula nene kwana cha numea uobe keken.
But we hear that Alebtong alone now has 7 government secondary schools.
En do terwinyo ni Alebtong ber district achela kene tikere chukula government me senior pero.
I don't know how many of them are A level. How many of them are A level?
En dia penyo ni di ber A level.
Does somebody know?
Ngator dia terkobo
5. A beach.
angwen 4.
And when?
Yes.
4 of them are A level.
Amani do Alebtong ke ken chukula haya ti angwen.
So therefore, this is a big effort by the NRM for Uganda.
Manu bero kon tutetu twala me NRM kanya kino meneno ni manu ti ye kapi district achela ken ker district so ken Uganda.
But point a beach
Yen ko ber ngama beach dong.
is what confuses many people.
Bero kina ruju wi jo apol tutwal.
Even the leaders,
Naka tela.
even the educated people,
Naka jo kwano.
even the other religious leaders, cultural leaders, we need to be clear.
Otich mete kwaro.
This is the issue of law nyo.
Ko pa kwao ko be como pia.
Many people, leaders talk about the roads, the tarmac road, the electricity and so on.
Otela bero ko be como yo maj pi.
But even if there is a tarmac road,
Henda kari yo be datia mo pula mo yen.
like Dokoro where we were yesterday,
Balakan no bero bala dogolo wor ken ti yecha.
are you going to sleep on the road at night?
E wu buridi guri de ni wor.
Or are you going to go back to your own house?
Ya yu dog de buri yo di yin. Ame yin gairi komi.
When you go back to your own house,
Ka yin dog yo di.
you find the chan,
Inu ngo chan ni cha. Ame no dong pa yu cha.
the one you left in the morning,
Mena nini we ko di ku cha.
waiting for you.
Tia kuri.
And it says, Apoyobino,
Te ko ni apoyo duogo.
welcome back.
Apoyo duogo.
I am here. I'm still here.
An pora di kane ana chan pora di yo di kane.
The children don't have enough clothes.
Bon pe ko matino.
4 children are fighting for one blanket at night.
Otina ngwen dia loy melar langira cheli di wor.
And you hear them fighting, Mama, Mama, so and so.
Ode ni mama ya.
I was taking the blanket.
Jo wa langir ko ko ma.
You don't have a good house.
No da ota ber pe.
You don't have, you are still using firewood.
Pori ti yu kere yen metedo.
You are going to collect water from far. Even if we make a borehole.
Pori wore am kulu roka kare tap do ti di town kane.
But people in Kampala have water in their houses.
Bar jo e Kampala.
Even in Nilila here.
Na lera kane.
So the NRM says, please, you must get out of Chan.
NRM de ko ni jo pa jo yaw ko iko bi kom chan.
And that's why we say the issue, because sometimes they say development, very.
Don't lobo.
But we say, no. Development without law nyo
Ene ko ni don lobo bo chu muni chao.
has a problem.
Pero ti ye.
Law nyo must be there separate.
Chu mun normi be di chao ko ngapire.
Donglobo is ours.
Eka ko pe yo guru cha mon ber gina guru wak duchu lam ki cha mon ber megwa daga dal ki cha mon megwa.
But law nyo is mine as an individual, as a family, as a company.
Eno chu mun ber merin ke jo turi ber me company ni ber ena twer mer ti chi ni nyela kiri de ti kere kita yamit.
This is the message I started preaching in the 1966 after my A level in my area there.
Manu beru jira ere jawo tu chagari mo atunu mi chele mi abongo eni piera bichel we bichel.
And when I come in the government, this is the message I've been preaching.
Kardai doni government chalo president would pay la ko kwena merni ko ni loenyi kom chan.
Fortunately, there are a number of people who have listened. There are a number of people who have listened to my message.
Tiejo apolo me winyu lo kerni guma be.
I will show you some.
Enguti wo jo kene.
Let's see Okero over Molatar.
Emi non kong ni nguti wo kelo me ya ko me molatar kane.
My name is Joel Okello. I'm the team leader of Achwes Agro Farm, right here in a Molata district, Achi Parish, Krianga village. We started this farm way back in 2016 with a family land, which is about 100 acres, but now we have expanded to a tune of 300 to 400 acres. The money that we are using for expanding is not strictly coming from this. I do construction work where I generate my money, and 80% of the money that I save from construction, I bring and inject in the farm. We have goats. Goats were about 530, and cows we are having about 300. Sheep we are having about 280. So with this much kind of land, we are yet ready to do a lot of agro-business. So in beef farming, we are selling live animal. Like for the last 2-3 years, we have been investing so much in expanding the farm. But last year is the year that we experienced a fairly income to the farm. We managed to sell 90 cows, including bulls, which gave us, each we are selling at 2.5. That was about 225 million. As you see these goats, these are Boer goats and Savannah. Majorly in a year, we sell these goats about 200, at a range of 300 to 500. Which made us to acquire about 60 million. And if you add the crops department, all this we managed to, after all expenses, we managed to save about 280 million. So we want to thank the president for his wise teaching that he has been passing to the
that is Okello.
the entire.
That is Okello.
Manu, Okello me amolata, ame okobo ni ene nuoye. A tiu teaching, a kachilu chiencha, a tel blocco duoco, ye quena bear, me winnie bora duong globo, melo any comchan, a techaco guaco diegi, techaco guaco dog, ento, ingeta bear, a quine bora duong president, a cover me quaco become lawyer may woody, and no mio do muagachel, kayan do a charro diegi, get a dog, get a jamu canocane. In order and watch and a Roman million mere Pierre Boro. Imuagadi can a chiel can.
Now, Okello is not in Europe.
Okello pedi America.
Is not in Asia.
Pedi laga to Japan gicha.
Is not in America.
Pedi America.
Tikan.
Okello come Tikane canani.
Here in Lango, here.
Gomilama Molatar can any.
And he's earning a surplus net of 480 million shillings.
You kelo kado okeruchen medu you carajela mochar jam do million miang when Pierre Boro.
When you combine the cows, the goats, the sheep and so on.
Kado okeruchen mediegi, chen medog, chen meromi, kerjamo kene.
Now, some of you may say, Okello is Jomukwano. He's educated. He's an engineer. He's earning money. But I will show you others who are very poor, who started very poor but listen to our message. Let me see Lakwara Apio of Lira.
British. 1 year 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 1
you.
aburi wan tin man na lingiri sel ti banya ward ti my town council ti Lira district.
Her name is Apio Vicky, a resident of Aling Risel, Banya Ward, Amach Town Council in Lira District.
Agamu send me PDM.
She got the money for PDM in 2023.
La bong when to me up here a beer and
970,000 and then 30,000 remained in the bank.
At a binufur, Karachel Kadinuagi.
She planted maize.
A willow, Nuagi sackets a para beach.
She bought maize, 15 sackets.
Well met to me up here a deck we are
30,000 each sacket.
At a kelate poor for American a deck would do for acres a deck.
She used it, actually she planted it in the 3 acres of land.
Pour to me, Pierre a beach, Manula Chelenushu.
Preparing the garden cost her 150 for the 3 acres.
A daughter to me up here a beach.
Weeding cost her 50,000.
A care to me up here and when?
Then spraying cost her 40,000.
Tatuno do koi quanyo kelo pashu.
Time for harvest came.
Atiu Karachel Kerijo me pashu, Kerija Maruma.
She used the family members and then the neighbors.
What a will of a deck match, Yama to me up here.
Then she bought lunch, food for the people for the family, which cost her 20,000.
Transported her to me up here a beach.
And transporting it from the garden to home cost her 50,000.
After being a bit, and you are no question at Oroconia.
She came and then she removed it from the cup.
Yagana Ramucha, Pierre Mena Beach.
It gave out 45 sacks.
At a chat of Chow Pierre and Wenono.
She sold 40 bags.
At a no million a Rio, Kerala bore.
And she got 2,800,000.
Caught me a shelter to Muka.
That was the first season. That is our first plantation.
At a work a poco. 1 million a shell, a kerodong mepu.
Out of the 2.8, she decided to keep 1 million aside for farming again.
1 million a shell, a will of Roma car.
She used 1 million for buying ships, 10 of them.
Laha boro, a child of Perutina.
Then she used 800,000 for school fees.
So,
Mano,
there you are.
That is how he spent.
You have seen Apio had nothing. But when she has been married for 20 years. And she has got old children. She has got old children. But she had never handled 1 million shillings in her life. So when she got the PDM 1 million, she didn't even have her own land. She hired land and planted maize and sold it. She got 2.8 million. So the 1 million gave her 2.8. Now she kept 1 million to continue with the plowing, with the crops. Then she uses part of the 1.8 million to buy sheep. And you saw the sheep there. So she's now in crops, but also in sheep. And you had her saying that she paid school fees and so on. That is appeal. So don't say I am poor, I don't know how to start. There's another lady in Oyam. Let's see her. There are very many cases, but I just pick the ones I visited myself.
Chadin tia poldo dwale de ene tia kwanyo ene tuni neni wine.
My name is Akoi Rose.
Eastern Ward, Akai Debe.
I'm from Eastern Ward, Akai Debe village.
Ana bina gamu PDM million shilling.
I got PDM worth 1 million shilling.
Ate we look ni anwen.
I used the 1 million to buy 4 piglets and 1 goat. My goat produced for the first time twins, triplets.
Maria, tenualotina ria. Do you carry rebu? Berutina a bit, Titorge, Tebera Bisiel.
The second producing, my goat produced 2 goats, plus now their mother, making a total of 6 goats. The 4 pigs I got, out of the 4, 1 is female. The female pig produced 8 piglets.
The
other 3, the 2 was castrated. The 1 I used it to mate other pigs from outside the neighborhood. The one that the other one that was used for mating, she picked 8 out of the other piglets that had produced.
Atekel atebi chato ikoma borja ate chata biti yoko la cheli pier bi la cheli pier bi tebedo la biro I pier bi te medicom ena meti pa jukane te chato tebedo miliona ria la bongwen pier bi ena down ngata chat la ngwen.
Okay, out of the 8 that she brought, she sold each at 150,000 Uganda shilling, making a total of 750. And the big ones that were already there, the existing one, she also sold, making a total. Each of them she sold at 400, making a total of 2.9.
Out of
the cells she made from the cell, or out of the cell I made from the cell of my piglets, I picked 800,000 and I bought a bull.
So now you have seen how those have moved. She started with the 1 million where she bought pigs and goats. Now she has even bought a cow. So therefore, the NRM is appealing to all Ugandans. Please get out of poverty. This PDM money, which is in the parish, is your money now.
chenne me PDM ado binu ni ba binu me konyo wa una do te I parish wani.
In 5 years, you will be having 500 million in the parish.
I moke big no parish a chela dong tikere million mia big.
Then in the 3rd year, the ones who got first will pay back.
Ado mwagari otu mkoy mwagamea dek jogamu tia cholo.
They pay back, you took 1 million, you pay back 1,100,000 something.
Kai gamu million a cheli yunge mwagari yo dong wari ya dek ita cholo million a cheli lang a chel.
So that if they all pay back, by the end of the cycle of the government of the term of 5 years, they would have paid 300.
Mewe kata mewi biya government to mi mwaga bichi dushu no magoba yini cholo nyo interest ka laga dek ken.
That will be 800 million now.
No do 10 million mia.
And the government can increase the amount if necessary. Government can increase the amount if necessary.
Government ka no ni cheni ni tia konyuwa miruta do ye otwermedo.
But even if it doesn't, this is not small money. Even if it doesn't, this is not small money.
Akari government pay medio eri cheni ni pay chena teteri million mia big I parish.
But we can discuss it. Just it is, should we not? We shall see.
For what were you tami ye come here made in your pay medio we con word million mia chela chel kitu.
And then, so make sure this money is not misused. There are other interventions. Emioga, money for the ghetto, for the ghetto youth, money for the borders, then the women, the grow money, money for women. I'm now also going to start a fund for university leavers. If you have left university and you have not got a job for 2 years, I want you to come and benefit from this fund. This is because his or her parents sometimes struggled with private sponsorship. It's not fair that when she finishes or he finishes, the government doesn't assist him if she does not get a job quickly.
Eka tinte duogo pacho teber mwagari yo abonti twar ka chende nitie twero konya tin me chako kwo we kwanye chikora nywala.
Then we shall start another fund for even the religious leaders. The leaders should have their own circles.
Dago chako dok dulli moro peoti chuba kero tela do romoro dujo.
They shouldn't come to compete with the wananchi in the parish. Stay there. We give you yours according to your dioceses, according to your structures.
You don't both dioceses, Balalam diocese, West Lao, Lera diocese,
and the cultural leaders. We want everybody to teach. No, St. Paul says, no charm without teach. So then we shall also have a number of other funds. The aim here is to make sure that everybody starts creating wealth.
Manduju belo tutaka umende medana ne joduju chako lwen medana ne limu belo chao.
So that is point a beach.
Monodong nama beach.
But now here the wealth in Lango here I was flying over.
Ya kara ya ibara legi me bina Alebtong.
You are still underutilizing the land, underutilizing and misusing the land.
Lobu watia duong, peutu tit kere ben, peutu tit kere kita miru ti kere da dori, utiu tit kere pay your ben.
And you are doing without chura.
Utiu tit komata bon chura.
Because if you have a small garden of maize,
Kai ti kere pora tira, nuchweka menyoage.
how much are you getting in a year?
Inu ngochena di imwanga chiel.
Is it enough to get you out of poverty?
Pero konyi melo yi komchan.
Secondly,
Merio,
there is no irrigation.
pedai kerupi, amekachi orien, pero konyi kor nini.
And thirdly,
Mede,
in the swamp,
yikulu.
you are now copying the bad example of growing rice.
Amando ipotu unu tekwara right, ame yikulu kono konywa, wandoko lako kapuru chere.
When I was in Dokoro yesterday, I gave details of how, if we do, I can give you an example. I have got a demonstration farm near Lira. You show them my demonstration farm.
Ninguti wapor, me porro ene yika tetiri bechala por, ameti ko machoki ngerwakani lang. Koni kongo nguti wa onen.
That one of fish pond,
Endia ko ni nguti wa megwa korek.
Kwaniriza ku Kawumu Presidential Demonstration Farm ayisangibwa mu Luwero District era nga wano wetuli owekitiibwa President wawundira ebyennyanja.
Not that one. The one with the commissioner.
Tia Paul tiene ena mi uni ne no no. Odir merdia ke lo kanle.
The one of Lila.
Pea mi tapori
So,
kana bo mi kana chok wakane.
As we are waiting for that, let me go to Point Abicher.
Eno ko ni kauti okormano wor ko point na mabijer.
Because you remember I told you that NRM with Uganda and with Africa, in the last 65 years, we can point to 5 areas of action, to 9 areas of action.
Eno ko ni NRM chagare dong mwaka ko romo pier bijara bij gini nuiti nenu jamya roma bongwen. Ame me atima.
So the 6th one is the issue of jobs. People talk about jobs.
Teach.
And when they talk of jobs, they are meaning government jobs. This is very dangerous. You are confusing people. All my children are adults now. The one who is working for the government is only Mhozi. No, none of my other children works for the government. Because the government teach pay.
But government teach pay no
Teach manok.
Teach no.
How many Gombora chiefs are there? The Miruka chiefs. And these members of parliament, we are killing ourselves over. These members of parliament, we are killing ourselves over to fight. Be member of parliament, you find somebody goes into loans.
Amanda, one job in parliament, you went to do parliament,
How many? All the government jobs together are 480,000.
Did the government do Uganda take a long when to me
But have you go to the fish pond? If you get it, you show it, I will see it.
Endi apenyo kauno gina nene ni nena kwa kurecha kadong tie meket ruang neno ko.
I don't want to go on talking endlessly. I want people also to talk themselves and you see.
Ni en pedo tie mitu bedo kopa bo jaden. Ginoro du jare ko be minni jaden ne bedo tie.
So when it comes to teach,
Kado ubini gina kwa ko kom teach.
I'll show you one example of a young member of parliament, a young minister called Yamkama from Bunyoro. Let's see what he does. What he has done.
Well, Kamai Demonstration Farm. My name is Fred Yamkama. I'm a member of parliament of Buganges West constituency, Kakubiro district. We are now at our 4-acre demonstration farm. The land we have here is approximately 4 acres. This is a farm we started 2 years back here, 2.5 years back. And on this farm, we have half acre of pineapple, has 6 cows for zero grazing. We have poultry, about 25,000 birds, but only 11,000 are giving us eggs. And we have 1 acre of grass. We have piggery, those are very many. And 1 acre of coffee mixed with banana. Where we are, this is the 4-acre model farm. I did this activity to teach my voters, to lead by example, so that my voters can learn what measure the president tells the public. This is an initiative I learned from the president sometime back when he sent me to learn to Kaumu, to Kisozi. I copied what I copied, this is what I came up with. And you will see as we move, or that side, this side, that's my 4-acre model farm. The house as well. You don't sleep here, but if I will sleep here, the house as well is seated on this 4-acre model farm. When you look at poultry, out of the 25,000 birds, it's only 11,000 giving me eggs. Others are soon giving me, and I get 302 trays per day minimally, because 11,000 birds are supposed to give me 366 trays. But because of the feeding method of deep litter, I don't get all the eggs. I get 302 trays per day minimally. Then I sell in a month, you can get enough net profit of 55 million. Because you get 108 million, but you can't get all that. You have to buy feeds, pay workers, pay electricity. Remain with 55 million net pay. When you get the cows per month, these are 6 cows. Each cow minimally gives you 20 liters. So when you get 20 times 6, that's 120 liters per day. 120 liters per day, for us a liter here is 2,000, because we sell each cup at 1,000. So you get 2,000 times 120, you get 24,000 per day. So 24,000 per day, when you multiply, you get about 7.6 million per month. But 7.6 million per month, you cannot save it. You have to get 200 to pay these workers, sometimes even the drug for spraying. That is zero grazing, you spray for ticks and other things. At the end of the day, you remain with a net profit of 6 million from the cows for zero grazing. So this is our grass. Here, 1 acre of grass. This 1 acre is enough feeding our 6 cows. And our cows are feeding well with this grass we have. When you get like the half an acre of pineapple, per harvest, you get about 4.5 million, and I harvest twice a year. You will see, even as now, there are those which I can harvest for my friends to take. When you look at the piggery, in a month, I can get about between 150 and 180 piglets. But those I don't sell, I give to my neighbors to rear. When you look at coffee, we normally harvest 12 million. We normally harvest 12 million from 1 acre, because we're just starting up the harvest. We had the first harvest, and when you get about 12 million, But when you irrigate very well and you have fertilizer, you get between 18 and 24 million. From 1 acre, coffee alone minus banana. And this banana at the end of the month, you can get about 1 million, 1.8 million. But I don't sell my banana, I use it for eating. So I simply get my coffee to ensure the other quarter of a million I'm telling you, which we are getting from this 1 acre, because we have tested it where you receive. And here, currently,
you freeze that,
I'm employing 26 people.
Freeze that one, the first picture. Freeze it. Now, you heard what Biamkama was saying.
Uni winyu kopa duongu koba me parliament nutia kobukob me endi ka ipoti ngwen keken enu tia gwa kugweni ye kerjam yo kene winyu.
He was telling you how he's using 4 acres after listening to my message.
Yunge winyu kwena duong president na kwa ko bikom dana dikere porra ngwen keken.
To do poultry,
me gwa kugwen,
where he gets 302 trays per day.
Amenu chania mia dekaryo.
And then he earns net 55 million shillings a month after removing the costs.
Tenuongo million pierbi ya bij yunge kwanyu jamme do shubala pitugwen choloti jamu kene.
And then that does not include the money from coffee, from milk, from pineapples, and he doesn't even sell the pigs, he gives them free.
Chene me coffee pay, chene me ananachi kere jamu kene cha do pay.
But what I wanted you to see were the workers. I don't know why they have removed it. Put back those workers if you can. The because of what he has done, of the wealth, because now Yamkama has created Lonyo. Now Lonyo has now produced teach for Ugandans, 26 of them.
Teketo jami moga pirgi tek ieka ngwenta otemi yu tich beratie okdong tia konyo melwenye komchan mega ma apeny kerikoro me tich apecha.
In the whole world, that's how modern economies operate.
We loba loro lobo lonya dongu kobucha bara Japan ke kanu kene cha komcha gara manono.
It is Lonyo which produces teach.
Lonyo enakelo tich chingjo.
The government jobs are very few. Now, Biamkama from just agriculture 4 acres has created already 26 jobs.
MP Biamkama,
let's see where the other jobs are coming from. Let's see factories.
Factory.
Now you can see how many jobs are created by those factories. These factories, as you can see, let's see the pictures of the factories overhead. The industrial parks, show to us.
lokapol pe chaden doga ngutukin kene. Mewe kanga dora ko bigova ko ni awor me nene wangwa.
Now you can see that is a town of factories. It's a whole town of factories.
Monodo bama me okerrodong factory duju ene nono.
In the past year in Uganda, you did not have the idea of industrial parks.
Region Uganda no pe kori neno no duju.
These towns were all shops of small things.
Town duju beroka doga chukal modek jabun.
Selling soap, selling what? The whole town.
There
you are. You have whole towns, like Namavi is a whole town of factories. And when I built the power station at Karuma, I wanted an industrial park nearby there. So this is how jobs are to be got. All the NRM leaders and population should be clear about this. And create space in the districts where we can have these industrial parks. Now, freeze that picture and see how many young people are working there. And these new, all those factories, as you see, they are all new. They came under NRM. And they are already employing 1.2 million people. While all the government jobs together are 480,000. So please, let's be clear about the issue of jobs. Where do jobs come from?
So, kana metiji yaye petija government keken ento onyang dong kana tiji yaye.
Then point number 7 is service delivery.
Teach amekema tedero.
That is health,
yotkom,
education,
puonyere,
extension work.
Teach ame work erekin paje me yotambo da nyale.
This is mainly by the government. You know the plans of the government for education. We want free education. In government primary schools. When I was coming here, I stopped at a very good primary school just nearby here. It's called Kakira. Okay, let's see this man.
My name is Dr. Maurice Uchem. I am a commissioner by appointment, deployed at State House, and I've been assigned by the President to execute the 4-acre model. And I've put them so far in 10 regional zones in the country. Now, the 4-acre model is an idea conceived by the President to guide our farmers on how to utilize their small acreage of land so that they can earn more money through intensive farming. And here we are talking about enterprises that have good yield and high income for their household. So we have the fish farming, which is one of the enterprises that can be done near the water without interfering with wetland and tampering with water flow. Then we have the zero grazing unit. On the other side, we have the coffee, we have the banana, and also a household needs food crops as 1 acre plus fruit. So this idea of the 4-acre model is to support income for the household. And as I will go into the small mathematics, you will know that it's capable of pulling somebody out of poverty. Now, specifically on the fish pond, here is about 20 by 50 meter pond, 1,000 meters square. After finishing the excavation, we stock 10,000 fish. We feed it for about 8 to 9 months. In the north, which is the warmer, the fish grow fast. And in the west, which is a little cold, you add 1 more month to reach the same quantity. So by that time, the fish will be about 800 grams to 1.5 kilograms. In the market, the fish which is 1 kilogram or 800 grams here costs about 10,000 shillings. So having stock here 10,000 fish, by 10,000, somebody will get 100 million.
Now, you hear that Ruak Melango.
En ko ni ko de winye wunu ko de kwena no. Dano cho okonyo kakagwa korej.
Now, that man whom I have put in charge of the model farm in Lira, he has already made a fish pond.
En ko ni ene kwanyo dano ko me pajo borwakan. Meme yapor tidong lera kane.
He has also put cows there.
Tida ukero diang kuno.
He has put coffee.
Tida ukero cocoa kuno.
And bananas.
Abolo.
In 4 acres. In 4 acres. But from fish pond alone,
Edi kagwa korek chicken.
we don't have time to listen to the whole story.
Chawa pe me winyo kwena merduju.
I am getting 100 million shillings.
Utiunu wangu milioni 100.
Tikan.
Tipa juborwa kane pienjo ya keru raichu 100 te kwa kudwere bongwen te kwa ni raicha romu kila chel.
Not in Europe, not in Asia, not in America. Here in Lira, post office, private bag, Lango.
Enu kwa ni komti lao borwa kane.
So please, my people.
Jo pajo. Luak melao. Nyala me Uganda.
I have really talked and begged you to get out of poverty, but
now we are going to, the fish ponds are a bit expensive. You can't do them with your PDM money. So the government is going to do them and give them free. All I want is cooperation from you. And you need to agree on who owns the fish pond. Is this the people nearby, whose land is nearby, or what do we do? We need to agree on that. I think the easiest is for the people who are nearby, whose farms come near the swamp. So we are going to make the fish ponds on the periphery of the swamp. And then the water in the center would be used for irrigation. I don't have time to show that, but I talked about it the other day. So that is service. That was on wealth. But we have also finished service delivery, education, health, and so on. Now, for education, our next target is implementing our free education in government schools. Now, for health, the immunization is doing very well. It is the treatment where some people steal government drugs. But the Minister of Health is using computers to track the drugs. But in the future, I may use, because these health centers are not too many, they are about 2,000 something in the whole of Uganda. I may have to come to the Inter-Religious Council and ask them to lend me one supervisor per health center. But the
the people of God, whom I believe want to go to heaven. So that we can stop this theft of government drugs. The two final points are number 8, which is if you do all this wealth creation, where do you sell it? Is the internal market of Uganda enough? That's why we keep telling you that please love Uganda, but also love Africa. Because you need them for your prosperity. You need them for your prosperity. As a market. So that's how we worked with Kenya, with Tanzania to revive the East African community. And we work with South Sudan, with Congo now, with Rwanda, Burundi, Somalia. Therefore, the NRM leaders and members need to know that we love Uganda, we love Africa, we love East Africa because we need them for our own prosperity.
East Africa,
the last point Ambungwen, is security. So therefore, when you are talking about that's why we work with other African countries. That's why we work with other African countries for security. So therefore, when you are talking of the NRM, when we are coming to say, please, support NRM so that we continue, I had to give you the contribution of NRM to Uganda, to Africa in the last 65 years. Now, on some of the local issues, apart from this road to Abim, through here, we have also been dealing with the issue of cattle compensation. And some people had brought the other legal way of doing things. Initially, I didn't really agree with that method, but you know me, I'm always soft. Sometimes the people insist, I say, okay, you try it. But it was not serving people, and it seemed there was quite a bit of quarrel. So that's why recently I came and I said, you people, don't you think we can do better if we target to give each homestead 5 cows? Even if we do it in phases, but we need not to reach more people and really change the area. I'm glad you supported it. I have now instructed the government to start planning how to do it. The other day, The other day I met a group led by the Wanyachi, a lot of work to do.
Gini ruate ke do telo ya la ka na me won nya ye no telo wigi menen ko kwa ko bi kom gina acheng jaw ye la ka na kwa ko bi kom chul do kalange eteno ngoni ti tia pol me tia petwere.
But I don't want you to go into all those details for now.
En do petwere kwa ni kore pichawa.
So I am here to ask you to support the NRM.
En ko me binu kan me kwa yu itwin me ateni ni mi uchwa bot government me NRM.
Because of this record.
Because
Uganda had become ungovernable. The government were collapsing. One government lasted for 69 days. Another one for 5 months. But the NRM government is strong. Because of you. So don't listen to these people who come here running around. They are not serious. You can see the way they are talking. Whoa, 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 whoa. This is not a theater. We are not here to act. This is real life. Each issue needs a struggle. Security, you need to struggle. Economy, you need to struggle. Serious analysis, not just propaganda, so that you appear to know what you are. That's why Uganda is stable. That's why the way you can tell a country which is stable is what economists call inflation. How the prices are changing. Something is 1 shilling this year, 2 shillings next year. That is a problem. But you know the prices because you go to the market. The prices. That shows you that the supply is enough. That's why the prices are not changing so much. And that's why we don't have shortages. We have been having a weakness in the Ministry of Works. But also in finance. Like these roads. This Maram road from Lira to here should be well maintained, even if it is a Maram road. Why would you not maintain this road, even if it's a Maram road? And my other road coming through Balonyo, that one also should be maintained. It was not so bad the other time when I passed there. But I'm very, very harsh with these people. I have warned them. Part of the problem, they touch too many things. You can imagine now, I think they are tarmacking the road from Kitgum to Namkora to go to Karenga, that side. They are working on tarmacking some of those roads. But why do you start new roads without maintaining the old ones? It's not good planning. Because if you maintain the old Maram roads, they are repaired on time. And you also maintain the Maram ones in good condition. Then you can add others later when you are ready, not go for the new one and forget the old one. We are trying to teach them guerrilla ways of working, because for us we are people from the guerrilla, the bush. But these civil servants and the Ministry of Finance, they touch this one, touch this one, touch this one. But even you, the population, you get pushed and you push things number 2 before you finish number 1. Like for instance, now we have got Lira City. Lira City. But now the road to the city is not good. So why don't you start with the road and then the city? Don't have cheap popularity and you forget planning. Apoyo Matek, Queer Maber, Queer Aber in language, they say, I speak more actually because the Achoris were making more trouble. I had to spend their time there trying to quieten the Achoris. So I speak more actually. I don't president of any cover actually attack law level. Queer Aber. New ball queer Aber. Queer NRM. Ball queer ball pari NRM. Apoyo Lubangal. Let us give flags to our people. I don't president Jalongo flag bearers do you? Me yo bendera me NRM chinga tira tir me chakungwe me lanyo queer imwanga liver yo krepier yo ya pichel.
Amandong Adung President ya meyo award me meyo flag about flag bearers wa me NRM anendo me parliament me Alebtong Dr. Mercy Lakisa Tia Kinagi Adung government chief whip Dennis Amson Bua Dangagamo Eka won't come a beach. Achumupi won't come a beach. Man, Honorable Ambrose, Ungom, Tie Yakinagi. Obabu Chingwa Puo Uno, Flag bearers wa, and then government chief whip, Ogamutia Lele, Obabu Chingwa Puoba. Boy, ritual. And then Honorable Samuel Okwirdwe, Tidanga would gamo mege, Kadongo gamo, wadu jubilu bapo chingwa, Kede jira! Muna me parliament, me Morto County. Next, abedo, woman me parliament, me Alebtong, Dr. Mercy Lakisa. Boy Matek. Kau gamu flag wote mo ita ire lokudo wando po winyikan. Obabu chingwa po wudu. Next abedo Ambrose ngom. Achungu pi won koma beach. Mayor Alebtong, Adwonga Bros Ngom, Babu Chingwa Puunu. Amen. Now, we are going to, okay, and then youth member parliament for Northern Uganda, and Ankiaka Mumegeno, Obabu Chingwa Puunu Manuchu, Achu Pia member parliament Abulu, me Northern Uganda, Nyotumba Lume Uganda. Poy Mateko, Babu Chingwa Teko Puunu, and Adong President, Biruma Kochal, Karachel ke flag bearer aswa ameo kam flag ini natinini poi tutual romi yua werora chik menarem joro dujo ma flag ngara chel ke flag ere poi matek ko wolele uru Babu Chingwa Puunu nero timu Tia lelea, utiu beori you flag we members of district council, Karachil kede lower local government. Guinea utia bebeano, kunu duo Karachil kede flagi, and we are going to sing national anthem. O Babu Chingwa Puunu flag bearers wa ana Deni Samson Bua tia lelea abro sungom ameme parliament morto Karachil keda meme parliament Mayor Alebtong district Dr. Mercy Lakisa Jono Gamutin flag ko and youth member parliament me Northern Uganda Omi Dupuo Matek Loak Duch, Mayor Alebtong, Ametinini, Wanojolo, presidential candidate, His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, Inina Tinini, Ikampe na Motiba Tin, Pasuport Bakan, Inindwa Rio, Medwe Mea Par, Mwatutumia Rio, Ipia Rio Beach, Wanokore Kaindu Duogo, Wanna be where anthems wa I want to be where we are going to sing in reverse order. Point to all NGOs ameobino otede redushu ame wuli kwanyo kare me bili na tinini umidupo members me parliament wa me Lango sub-region aneno honorable Felix Okotogong, ameme parliament me Dogolo South, tida yakini wakano, Babu Chingwa Puunu, Poi Matek, and Utido Koro, last item, Kado and Duogo, Wanabino, where, Mekwogo, Lobo Uganda, East African anthem, Karachil Kerelao anthem. Then we call it a day. Barbe du puo attack pinina tinini maybe do Karachil kede du president ya Alebtong kanere puo binunu ko Babu Chingwa DJ
Otubanga woke wamelangom kere atela wawo yashi mewek enten kerwa kere kut ite kwot melango abuka oh we don't get it all you do bon te parwa wegwan mela mudu no te karachi emela mobido chu
Chingwa po unadua president. Thank you. His Excellency, the President, thank you for coming to Alebtong. Opoyo luakdushu mepashu. Opoyo nubino irwama malu. Ininatini ni meneno ni one uyikere mebo lukwir biaduong President Museveni in 2026. Wekoda obabu nuchingwa pininatini ni pipo yuba. Amen. For you to be in my take, we look forward to all Alebtong District local government, all the leadership from Alebtong. We want to thank you so much for this day. We want to thank you for your commitment, especially the RDC of Kiswa Joffrey. Thank you so much, and your entire team. District Chairperson, Honorable D.K. Odo, thank you so much. Omoruno duo President, Riechi, More! Endong tia wara, nagotuke, kana enbilulo kereluak, meotuke district. Opoyo mateka duo President, opoyo piticha metiu, Uganda luru, waniwa yuma teknikuch. Tiebotwa babu chigo kerejira. Riachi wimorudu. Yole. Thank you so much. We want to wish you well and safe journey back till we meet again. Have a good day. Thank you.